Hi, Bailey. I'm Jacob. I'm 28 years old and I'm from New York City.
Awesome. We love New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So thank you so much for joining us today. So let's start off with what's your favorite sport and why?
Yeah, so I really do love all sports, but I would have to say baseball. I know for a lot of people it's football, basketball these days, and I love them too, but it runs really deep in my family. My grandpa played minor league baseball, and I played growing up, and it's just always been my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I love that. That's super sweet. I love that it has a family tie to that. Very cool. So how did you get interested in sports picking?
Yeah, so I'd always been very interested in sports. And I think, like the rest of us, I always thought I know best. I see these people on TV making their expert picks, and sometimes I would disagree and say, "Oh, you're no expert. I'm an expert." And it just kind of started from that. I always thought I knew best, and I wanted to make my own picks. And I found out that I was pretty successful at it. So I just kept going and kind of rolled with it. But it just kind of started from a love of sports and thinking I'm better than the guys on TV.
I love that. I love that. You gotta believe in yourself. Okay, cool. So have you used other sports picking softwares?
I have, yeah. I've used several of them.
Okay, cool. So, like, what is different from those softwares that FanFunded has?
Yeah, so ever since I heard about FanFunded, it's been really great. I think for me, the best and probably the most unique thing about FanFunded that distinguishes it from some of the other platforms is the bankroll system, where it just gives you way more opportunity than you ordinarily would have with other apps, with other systems. So that's been really great because I think for a lot of people, you just don't have that sort of unlimited income, and it's really great to be able to have something bankrolling you behind you that really shows that they believe in you, they believe in your picks. But other than that, just being able to have that additional financing to be able to place more picks, make more strategic picks, and really just be able to kind of maximize profit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to use your own money when you're taking
No,
those risks?
it's no
Yeah, that's
fun.
literally the best feature ever. Cool. So, how did you actually like hear about FanFunded?
Yeah, it was really just through a friend. I think like a lot of us, we have, some group chats going on just where we tell our picks and what we think is going to happen. And I had a friend reach out, let me know about Fan Funded, just because I think I'd been complaining a little bit about some of the other apps become a little monotonous, just kind of got a little old and tiring. And I had a buddy that told me about Fan Funded, sent me the link, and it's kind of just, been Fan Funded ever since then.
Awesome. I love that. So, which route did you choose? Did you go the blitz route or the player route?
I chose the player route. I think for some people, the blitz route, it's fast paced, it's fun. I think for people like me who work and don't necessarily have all the time in the world to just kind of sit and make picks right away, the player route's really great because it gives you a little more time to be more strategic with the picks. And like I said, since I work, I just, I can't be looking at picks all day. So it's really great to just have that extra time built in to be able to make the right picks and make them the right way. But I think for someone who has, a little more time on their hands, I think the blitz route is also a great option, and it's a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that wants to think like long term, but I know plenty of people who want to get it like done right then and there.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. So, what's your strategy when you start picking?
Yeah, I mean, I think for everyone, different strategies and work for different people. And I think for me, it's really just a combination of unit strategy. So just kind of making your picks and kind of placing different values on the picks with different units, so you're able to pick more strategically. And just really, for me, know your stuff, do your research. There's a lot of different outlets online that you don't need a paywall for, or where there's no paywall, that you can just find a ton of different research, a lot of different statistics. And I think for me, who's kind of a sports nerd, it's really great because I enjoy it, and it just fills you with all this different knowledge that now with the bankroll from FanFunded, you're able to kind of really take advantage of all this different research, make these different unit bets for me, to just kind of, whether that means to increase your profit or to hedge a pick. I think it's just really, that's my strategy. So I think everything works differently for different people, but for me, read up, study, know your stuff, and then understand the unit system, be able to place certain values on certain picks and distinguish them from others. And it's really been a really great strategy for me.
That is amazing advice for everyone else. So thank you for that. that. So with that strategy, how has it changed since you joined the FanFunded platform?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the bankroll system just kind of like opens up the whole picking world where you're able to set certain values that you wouldn't ordinarily set on certain picks, take a little more chances, and it's just allowed me to kind of diversify my picks a little bit, not necessarily go out on a limb, but understand that I have a bankroll behind me where you can be a little more liberal with your picks as long as you, like I said, you do your research, you know what you're doing, but it just provides you with more opportunity. And that's been really the best part.
Okay, awesome. So let's take a step back a little bit. How long have you been on the platform?
I would say about a month now. It's been about a month. So a little less because
Okay.
I know I have a little bit more time for my player route, but I would say 3 weeks or so.
Okay, really cool. So you went the player route, you're coming to the end of that month. How do you see this integrating in your life long term?
I mean, I definitely see it sticking around. So as you know, as soon as I had the opportunity, back in the day to do sports picking, it was kind of instinctively a hit for me. I always really enjoyed it. So it's always kind of been something that's been in my life. But now where I really have the opportunity to do it the way I want to do it, that I didn't have before because I just didn't have the resources, it's been really great. And I don't, since I downloaded FanFunded, I haven't gone another route, and I don't really see that happening because I don't see the need for it. Because FanFunded has just got everything I could want and more. And like I said, it just provides me the opportunity to do it the way I want to do it.
Hey, we love to hear that. I'm so happy that it has been going so well for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are the type of person that, you're seeing exactly what the platform has to offer, and I wish you the best success as you continue going forward. But to end us off here, what is a piece of advice that you would give anybody who wants to join the platform?
I think advice for me kind of goes back to some of my strategizing and how I strategize, where I think it's very, like I said before, we all think we know it all. We all think we know better than the experts. And I think it's just really understand what you know and what you need to do a little bit more research on, because like I said, there's a ton of information online and you could be really strategic with your picks. So, really understand the unit system. I think for me, pick a system that works. For me, it's the unit system. It's linear, it makes sense, but find something that works and don't just throw stuff out and see what sticks. Really just be strategic about it, trust yourself, and also understand what you need to learn, because we all need to learn something. And it's sometimes better to get out of your own way and know what you know and know what you don't, and just be true to that.
Yeah, I love that. So a little bit of trust your instinct, but also do your research to have that good instinct.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. I just think know yourself, know what you can do, know what you can't do, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. And for me, that's been great. And I think we all kind of, like I said, we all think we're the experts, and sometimes it takes a second to be like, oh, like maybe I didn't know that so well. But you learn and you figure it out. And that's also why with FanFunded, it's great to just have that bankroll where if you make one mistake, unless if you make one mistake, you're going to be okay, it's also nice.
Yeah, I love to hear it. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. I appreciate you answering any questions with us today, and I hope to continue seeing you being successful on the platform.
Yes, thank you, Bailey. And trust me, I do as well.